अगस्त 5, 2019 को ये फैसला लिया गया था कि जम्मू कश्मीर को एक यूनियन टेरिटरी बनाया जाएगा। मकसद ये था कि टेररिज्म की जम्मू कश्मीर में कमर तोड़नी है और जो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन है जम्मू कश्मीर में उसमें सुधार लाना है। अब फिर से 1 साल होने वाला है, अगस्त 5 आने वाला है। क्या टेररिज्म की कमर टूटी है जम्मू कश्मीर में? मेरे साथ इस वक्त हैं जम्मू कश्मीर के पूर्व डीजीपी डॉक्टर एसपी वैद। डॉक्टर वैद, स्ट्रेट अवे, आपको लगता है कि जम्मू कश्मीर में टेररिज्म की कमर टूटी है इस 1 साल में?
काफ़ी हद तक मैं कहूँगा सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस को काफ़ी कामयाबी मिली है। ये एक सिनर्जी है बहुत बढ़िया इंडियन आर्मी, जेएनके पुलिस और सीआरपी और बाकी पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस के बीच, और काफ़ी टेररिस्ट और कमांडर्स मारे गए हैं। तो ये एक तरह से मैं कहूँगा कि काफ़ी कामयाबी मिली है और कमर टेररिज्म की टूटी है, लेकिन इस काम को आगे जारी रखना पड़ेगा ताकि एक अच्छा ग्रिप सिचुएशन पर आ जाए।
जैसे कि आपने कहा कि वन आफ्टर द अदर टेररिस्ट कमांडर्स की किलिंग हुई है, लेकिन क्या आपको लगता है जस्ट टेररिस्ट को मारना ही एक तरीका है जिससे कश्मीर घाटी में शांति लाई जा सकती है, या देयर आर अदर मेजर्स दैट नीड टू बी टेकन एज वेल?
इस पे मैं थोड़ा विस्तार से बोलना चाहूँगा। देखिए, कोई भी पॉलिसी जो है उसमें लोग उस इलाके के सेंट्रल चीज़ होने चाहिए। तो अगर जम्मू कश्मीर की ही बात करें तो सिर्फ टेररिस्ट मारना इज़ नॉट द सॉल्यूशन। इनफैक्ट हमारी कामयाबी होगी अगर if we do not allow young boys to join terrorism, उनको मिलिटेंसी ज्वाइन करने से हम किस तरह से रोक सकते हैं, उस तरफ बहुत सारे कदम लेने की ज़रूरत है, कोशिशों की ज़रूरत है, फैमिलीज़ को इन्वॉल्व करने की ज़रूरत है, डी रेडिकलाइजेशन करने की ज़रूरत है। साथ में ही वी नीड टू टेक मैनी मोर स्टेप्स। ऐसे हालात बनाएं, वी क्रिएट सिचुएशन वेयर एवरीवन हैज़ ए जॉब to do, everyone have something to do, they are not lying idle. The youth of Jammu Kashmir or Kashmir Valley in particular should not be lying idle, and they have some activity to do. There are industries, there are IT parks, we must show difference in situation. Now after almost 2 years of the governor's rule is there in Jammu and Kashmir, it is high time that people see changes on the ground. No one is sleeping, कोई भी भूखे पेट नहीं सोना चाहिए, और लोगों को इनफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ होनी चाहिए, चाहे वो टूरिज़्म सेक्टर हो, चाहे वो IT सेक्टर हो, चाहे वो एग्रीकल्चर हॉर्टिकल्चर सेक्टर हो, हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स हो। इन सारी चीज़ों की इतनी एक्टिविटी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट हो। हमें जम्मू कश्मीर का नक्शा बदलना है और उस तरफ बहुत सारे कदम लेने की ज़रूरत है। इसी के साथ साथ आई ऑल्सो वांट टू ऐड कि यूथ को एक कोई उनके साथ उनको अच्छा भविष्य दिखाए कि जम्मू कश्मीर के जवान लड़कों का फ्यूचर इंडिया में है। पाकिस्तान में पाकिस्तान जो कर रहा है वो अपना मकसद के लिए कर रहा है। पाकिस्तान जो है अपनी जियोपॉलिटिकल अपनी गेम खेल रहा है, और जम्मू कश्मीर के बच्चों को एक कैनन फाडर की तरह इस्तेमाल यूज़ कर रहा है, अपना मकसद इस्तेमाल। पाकिस्तान उनका हमदर्द नहीं, ये बात मैं बड़ी क्लियर बताना चाहता हूँ। दिस वी मस्ट कन्वे सम थ्रू वेरियस मीन्स टू द यूथ ऑफ कश्मीर वैली दैट Pakistan is not their well-wisher. Their well-being lies in India, and in India, their future lies in India, and a growth story must be created in the Kashmir Valley in the days to come, and a lot of hectic activity should take place on ground. Actually, on ground, you must see the change. The people should feel the change, and things should move. which actually people are wanting to see for many years now.
आपने पाकिस्तान की जियोपॉलिटिकल गेम की बात की. हाउ डू यू सी द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द रेजिस्टेंस फ्रंट? जैश ए मोहम्मद, हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन, लश्कर तोयबा, दे ऑल गॉट टुगेदर एंड फॉर्म्ड द रेजिस्टेंस फ्रंट. डज दिस शो कि पाकिस्तान हैज स्टॉप्ड रिलाइंग ऑन लोकल कश्मीरी मिलिटेंट्स?
पाकिस्तान पहले से भी इतना भरोसा लोकल लड़कों पर नहीं करता था. अगर मैं 90s की बात करूं, इवन इन 90s में इनिशियली lot of young boys got recruited in the local organization like JKLF, then Hizbul Mujahideen. But then it started distrusting these boys, and then created pan-Islamic organizations like Lashkar-e-Toiba, like Jaish Mohammed, which were predominantly जिनमें ज़्यादातर पाकिस्तानी टेररिस्ट और फॉरेन टेररिस्ट होते थे. बेसिकली पाकिस्तान नेवर ट्रस्टेड द लोकल बॉयज़, बट इट uses them now. Post Burhan Wani, it realized that a lot of local boys are joining, and it suits their overall game plan now to the international community, showing to the rest of the world that it is all homegrown. हमारा कुछ इसमें हाथ नहीं है, but ये सच्चाई नहीं है. All this is being orchestrated, engineered, planned, executed from across by ISI and its agents in the valley. It is nothing homegrown, but yes, through propaganda, through social media, through painting India as enemy of Kashmir, one criminal incident happening in, let's say, any part of the country is repeatedly broadcast on the social media to show Kashmiri boys that India is against. More Muslims in India live than in Pakistan.
True.
And the Kashmiri boys must realize that their future is much more secure in India than Pakistan. Pakistan is only using them. That's my basic point. But we need to make them understand this, and a lot of effort is required. Today, no one is talking of this. We need to convey this to every person living in the valley, that their future lies in India and not what Pakistan is doing.
But Dr. Ved, how do you see the emergence of the resistance front?
Resistance front is another attempt by Pakistan to see. We have been seeing for last 35 years Pakistan coming out with new organizations, new names, and new terrorist outfits, and this is one of them, one of that kind of attempt. It will not make much difference on the ground. That's my view.
Killings of politicians in Kashmir Valley is nothing new, but recently जब अगस्त 5 के बाद ये कहा जा रहा था कि now terrorism is on a decline, उसके बावजूद भी 2 major killings हुआ, अजय पंडिता and then Wasim Bari. So how do you see these developments?
See, soft targets in the political arena have been the ploy of Pakistan and its agencies. Whoever raises his voice in favor of India becomes a target for terrorists and ISI, because ISI and terrorists want to silence any pro-India voice. So these both Ajay Pandita and Wasim Bari were amongst few people who were raising the Indian flag, and they represented the today's political presence of some BJP in the valley. Earlier also, lot of political persons from the National Conference, from the PDP, from the Congress were targeted and killed because they were talking about India. So anybody who talks about India is targeted by these elements in the valley by terrorists and their masters from across.
But currently opposition is alleging that there is politicization of security cover as well to the politicians. So is there any truth to that, and has this ever happened during your tenure?
Politics is an integral part of the democratic system. I would not say politicization. Politics does play its role, but security agencies have their own assessment and they don't go by political consideration. It's mostly on the threat perception which security forces feel one individual has. On that basis only the categorization is done and security is provided.
Mr. Vaid, Devinder Singh was given bail because the charge sheet wasn't timely filed. How do you see this major lapse when it comes to dealing with the terror accused?
I don't think I should be able to comment because NIA was handling this case and NIA is a premier investigating agency of the country. I would not like to comment on something which is sub judice. I don't know what was the situation on grounds on which the bail was granted. In any case, if something needs to be, we need to see how things develop in the future and how courts take notice of various facts placed before it by the NIA, and on that basis Devinder Singh will get punishment or whatever is deemed fit by the court.
Taking the current situation in consideration, do you think that internet poses a security risk in Jammu region as well?
See, internet has both aspects. It has many advantages. You are connected throughout the world, but it has its disadvantages. Like I was saying, in the valley post Burhan, when I was the DGP, social media was extensively misused by Pakistan. And
that is why it's made it specific to Jammu region.
Jammu, I don't see much problem. It's like any other part of the country. And even then there was no ban, and I see, my personal view is it's high time that internet is restored, 4G is restored, and people should be given this facility. They feel connected to the rest of the world. Despite all propaganda from Pakistan, that there are many other ways to counter it.
Discipline, when we talk about a police force or armed forces, discipline is one of the major factors. But if you see the current situation, there is gross indiscipline in Jammu and Kashmir police, and it is all being made public. On Twitter we are seeing tweets. So how do you see this situation?
J&K police is a family. I would not like to comment because all are my colleagues. I think all these matters should be left within the family and should not be in the public domain. And discipline is a hallmark of any police or uniform service. So I would not like to comment much on it.
But overall, given the current scenario, do you think the law and order situation in Jammu and Kashmir has improved after August 5?
I see some change, yes, positive change, but we need to continue with various measures as I enumerated in my earlier answers, that just killing terrorists is not the solution. There are multi-pronged strategies required. Let every young boy in Kashmir Valley or overall in Jammu and Kashmir have something to do, have jobs, have activities, there are industries, there are infrastructure projects. There should be a total transformation of Jammu and Kashmir, IT parks, metros, tourism to the hilt, the horticulture, growing of flowers. There are so many activities. This Jammu and Kashmir is one place in the world gifted by the Almighty. भगवान ने इसको इतना शफ़क़त, इतना बख्शा है, इसका पूरा पोटेंशियल इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए और हर बच्चे को कुछ ना कुछ करने को होना चाहिए. बच्चे अनएम्प्लॉयड और लॉइटर नहीं करने चाहिए. तो उसके लिए मल्टी प्रॉन्ग प्लान होना चाहिए ताकि एक ज़बरदस्त एक्टिविटी जम्मू कश्मीर में हो और लोग इसमें एक चेंज देखें. जो लोगों ने जब प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी आए थे तो लोगों ने एक उम्मीद उनकी जगी थी, वो एक्चुअली ट्रांसलेट होनी चाहिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट in Jammu and Kashmir, but 2 years have passed, so time is clicking. So my only urge is that all this is speeded up and change is actually made on ground and made visible to everyone in the world.
You talked about change. Mr. Vaid, you have been the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir. Do you think, I mean, terrorism has existed here since 1990s, even before that. So, do you think it is possible to eradicate terrorism from Jammu and Kashmir? Even if it is a distant possibility, is it still a possibility?
It is possible. Nothing is impossible in this world. But Pakistan factor will always remain. So that we have to keep in mind. See, the positive changes which I am witnessing is last about a year or few months, infiltration has come down. So that means the anti-infiltration grid of the army and BSF is strong. So infiltration has come down. So Pakistan is not able to push in, though a lot of cross-border firing takes place with the purpose of infiltrating terrorists, but Pakistan is not succeeding. So if we are able to check infiltration, able to check coming of weapons, and simultaneously preventing young boys falling in the trap of Pakistan, falling in their propaganda, if we are able to prevent young boys joining terrorism, coupled with elimination of those who have picked up gun, जिन लोगों ने गन उठाई उनको अगर हम मार गिराते हैं और लोग और लड़के नहीं ज्वाइन करते हैं और इन्फिल्ट्रेशन से नए टेररिस्ट नहीं आ पाते हैं और हथियार नहीं आ पाते हैं, तो कुछ समय के बाद आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हालात बेहतर ही होंगे. और जैसे मैंने कहा, इसके साथ मल्टी प्रॉन्ग स्ट्रेटजी करना, एक्शन लेना बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर उन जो सारी चीज़ें मैंने कही हैं, अगर उन सब पर काम हो, एक होलिस्टिक स्ट्रेटजी बनाकर अगर ये सारे फ्रंट्स पे काम हो, तो मैं समझता हूँ वो दिन दूर नहीं है जब कश्मीर वैली और जम्मू एंड कश्मीर पूरा एकदम नॉर्मल, जिस तरह जम्मू रीजन आज पूरी तरह नॉर्मल है, कश्मीर भी एक दिन पूरी तरह नॉर्मल हो जाएगा.
हमने जम्मू रीजन की बात की, तो जम्मू रीजन में मैं ज़रूर समझना चाहूँगी आपसे कि जहाँ तक बात है डोडा और पुंछ के इलाकों की, वहाँ पर भी ऐसा लग रहा है कि दैट देयर इज़ रेडिकलाइजेशन. सो डू यू थिंक दैट एक्स्ट्रा effort needs to be made to keep these regions militancy free as they are now?
Yes, the continuous effort is required by security forces, by JNK police and civil administration, and keep a tab on every such person who is coming under the influence of the social media handlers from across. उन पर खास ध्यान रखना चाहिए. और अगर आपको याद होगा, जम्मू रीजन 2000 में, मुझे याद है मैं आईजी जम्मू था 2004 से 2008, तो 2004-05 में काफ़ी मिलिटेंसी थी, आज नहीं है. हालात बिल्कुल नॉर्मल हो गए हैं इन 10-15 सालों में. तो इसी तरह अगर हम मल्टी प्रॉन्ग स्ट्रेटजी से काम करते रहेंगे तो कश्मीर वैली को ठीक नॉर्मल करने में कोई, मैं समझता हूँ, दिक्कत नहीं है. लेकिन हर तरफ से इसको एक होलिस्टिक अप्रोच की ज़रूरत है.
साथ में कश्मीर इज़ सच अ वॉलेटाइल रीजन. डू यू थिंक कि अब क्योंकि इट इज़ बीइंग सेड दैट न्यू रिक्रूटमेंट इज़ लेस, is that just a temporary phase, or is this the long-term impact of whatever decisions were taken on August 5 and whatever has happened afterwards?
See, every decision has its impact, and 5th August last year, the abrogation Article 370 was one very important decision affecting everyone in Jammu and Kashmir and also the rest of the country, and the state has been now integrated with the rest of it. My point of view is we do not need only to integrate the geographical area with the rest of country. You need to integrate the people of this state, particularly the Kashmir Valley where problem is there, with the rest of the country, emotionally, economically, politically, constitutionally. Amalgamate these people with the rest of the country. Let every Kashmiri feel that they are safe in India, they have future in India. Let every young boy in Kashmir and overall Jammu Kashmir feel their future lies here. They have a bright future in months and years ahead.
Lastly, Dr. Vaid, when this coronavirus pandemic came, Jammu and Kashmir police played a very major role. They were seen helping people and they were providing ration to the needy. But there were also some incidents in which few police officers were seen beating some people brutally. So this kind of dual image that it creates, how hard do you think it is being a police officer to create that trust in people, to ensure that police does not always take the hard line, but it is always there for people when they need them to be?
See, police in India has done a tremendous job in COVID, like doctors, health workers, nurses. Police in India has played a key role in implementing the lockdowns and all those, risking their own life. In fact, I was seeing on the net about more than 10,000 policemen have been infected, and roughly 2,000 of them have laid down their life. So it's a huge number. Like that, Jammu Kashmir police has also played its role, a very important role. But there are always a black sheep who commit mistakes, and I think there's sufficient institutional system in each state police to correct that, and action should be taken against them, because one must feel while being in any police force, in whether it is J&K police or any other state police force, that we are here to serve people and not to brutally handle them. That is wrong way of approach.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vaid, for giving us time. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.